It's cold out on those streets, a short walk in, and you're bundled up and you're freezing. But this morning, I had an inside look at what life is like on the streets. And I'm like anybody else. As you're walking along, or you come up on a light and there's a homeless person there and they have a sign, you look away, don't you?
You go about your day.
You try and...
You don't know whether to make eye contact or smile.
And I don't have anything. But you never stop to find out, to realize this is a human being there. Now, they may have a mental illness.
They have a past.
They may be drunk, they may be high, I don't know. But you know what, they're still a human being.
This morning you were pumping your gas.
Yeah. I just over here at Church in Dundas, and Gord comes up to me, and I've seen Gord in the streets before, and he just chatted, and then he went away, and I went away, and then I drove back to find him. I said, Gord, I want to know more about you. Would you mind if I could share your story on TV? And he was fine with that. And you know, I'm glad I did, because next time you complain about something, maybe how cold it is, have a listen to Gord. So let's find out. Let's introduce you to Gord. And find out how he spends his day and why he's here.
I have a living problem.
You have a living problem?
No.
What's that?
I'm institutionalized. I've been taken care of for years. Now they throw me out here. I suffer from manic depression, panic disorder, anxiety, and claustrophobia. I used to sleep on the grates, but they've turned them off after Christmas because of the mess that caused. So now this is what I do until I get my place. I go and try and make a few bucks during the day, so I can go to McDonald's, or I'll go to Burger King, where you have to buy something every hour or so, otherwise they kick you out. And then during the day, I go to the library up around Bloor, or I get on the subway. Either way, I sleep in the library during the day, and then I'm up all night.
A story of survival and trying to find comfort, and finally being able to share his story and have a voice, because so many people in his situation do not have that opportunity.
Well, they're really looked down upon. You know, go get a job. If I give you money, you're just going to waste it on booze or whatever. And this is the reaction. But I think that the hardest reaction, and Gord's about to tell us this, is no reaction at all. So watch this. So what do you see people every day? You talk to people every day. They kind of turn away. What do you want a person walking down the street?
A lot of them don't even acknowledge me. Like, I thought at first these people were deaf. I was very ignorant to the situation.
You thought people were deaf just because they weren't talking to you?
Right, or they spoke another language. I'd say about half the people I talk to do not respond to me at all. Not one bit.
And that's what hurts the most, because we're all here to be there for one another. So to feel ignored, because like you said, sometimes it feels easier, less awkward than having to have a conversation and getting to know their story, or giving them money. So that's something I always do. I always make eye contact, and I always say hi or have a good day, and they always say thank you, because sometimes the acknowledgement is just as important as that money, which they could use for shelter.
There are, I mean, it's hard to do a number count on the homeless. They have a problem with this all the time. Anywhere between 5,000 to 6,000 people in Toronto who are either homeless, living in shelters right now. And for Gord, he doesn't even live in a shelter at all.
He's found other ways. He mentioned he's resourceful with the subways and the libraries.
He has to stay on the move during the day, and then at night he can go back out onto the streets. He has no other choice. There's not very much that's open. So let's give the final words now to Gord. One more. So what do you want people to do when they see Gord, or people like Gord, on the street?
I want them to care for their fellow human being. You know what I says? If I was a little puppy, they'd take care of me. But they won't help a human being. I don't understand what's wrong with this society. They don't seem to have any empathy or any compassion.
You're a good guy, Gord.
Thank you, brother. Truly, I am a good person. I'm just trying to survive out here.
Amazing.
And you'll note now what we've done is we have just posted my entire interview online, so uncut online at bttoronto.ca.
So profound, and the best is that he called you brother, because that's what it's all about, right?
I love Gord.
Being each other's brothers and sisters.
A couple of closing notes about that. When you look at the whole video, you're going to notice that during the interview, I kept trying to cut it off. So about the 9-minute mark, okay, thanks, Gord, I got to go. And he would say something else. Okay, my hands were getting cold. but I couldn't stop listening to him. At the same time, I'm thinking, here is this person on the streets, and I'm complaining because my hands are a little bit cold. So you're going to notice that okay, thanks, okay.
You're struggling through the 9 minutes of having your hands be exposed to the cold. So imagine what he's like day in, day out, what he has to go through and endure.
And the other thing he wanted me to do was to call his mom.
Oh.
So I'm going to call his mom a little later on. She's out in Newtonville, just to let her know that he's there.
Hopefully she saw that.
Her name's
too.
Penny, and so I'm going to call her later on and let her know that where her son is.
So important to share his story.
Yeah. So please go see the story. First step in trying to solve a problem like this is understanding the people that it impacts. And today, what's it going to hurt you just to say hello to a homeless person? You don't have to give them anything. Just
smile.
At least say, hey,
Acknowledge.
you're there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for bringing that story, Kev.
All right.